We came over and I told our team that when we came over here, it was going to be like a fight. It would be like a boxing match. And it would be a tough boxer that we'd be facing. And I thought in the first quarter, we got up 4-2. We did a good job. Nothing they did on offense, nothing they did on defense was of any surprise to us throughout the game. But what happened was in the second quarter, it went from 4-2 to 4-3 to 4-4 to 5-4 to 6-4 them. And I thought we gave in. I thought we were in a round where our opponent punched us and punched us and punched us and punched us, and we didn't answer. I think it's as simple as that. You look at the ground balls and 43 to 18. Sure, there are technical things. I think that you face off and you face off 7 of 28. We knew with young guys that would be a challenge. We think he's terrific. He's very talented. Was winning 61% a year ago, and now he's back, and I think in terrific shape. And no question, he was even better. We just didn't fight back. We didn't fight back. I thought they did a very good job. They won their individual matchups from the second quarter on, and they won their team matchups from the second quarter on. And we did not do that. We had no answer at the faceoff X, whether it was a pole for a very short period of time or three other faceoff guys. We threw the ball away. We broke down defensively. I don't blame our goalie. I really don't. I think this was a full, I think this was a full team effort, and quite frankly, the person that deserves all the blame is me. I'm responsible for the toughness of our team. I'm responsible for the competitiveness of our team. I'm responsible for inspiring our team to play that way. And clearly, I didn't do that after the first quarter. And quite frankly, it was a lot like some of our scrimmages. It was a lot like some of our practices. So I don't think we can be surprised. Disappointed, absolutely. I'm embarrassed, quite frankly. But I take the full blame for this. My job is to get the team ready, to create a level of toughness, competitiveness, and clearly I didn't do that.
What type of adjustments did you try to make when trying to stem the bleeding there when they went on that 8-goal run?
Well, we could have gone to the locker room and tried to come back out and start over again, but that didn't help us at halftime. We zoned a bunch, in the second half, and Brendan Sunday's got 6 goals. I mean, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Our goalie's not having a great day. We're certainly not playing great in front of him. And you jump into his zone, and are we putting him at risk even more so? Because now you're allowing some guys that can hammer the ball, shoot it pretty well. We changed matchups. We don't do that. We don't have to do that normally. And today, the kid McLean forced us to change a matchup, and we shouldn't have had to do that, but we did. We reacted. That was the adjustment. But we had a week where our scout group did a great job. Our scout group did a great job preparing us for what we saw today, and we didn't answer during the week of practice. So I don't know that we can be surprised by our performance. I'm certainly surprised by the score, but I'm not surprised by our performance. And let me say this, Towson deserves a lot of credit. They were tougher than us. They were more competitive than us. They bullied us. And their coach should be awful proud of the effort that they got today. I take nothing from them. They should be very proud of the way they played.
Is a loss like this in some ways easier to coach off of because you might really get the players' attention now?
Well, if we don't get their attention now, we got bigger problems. What we got to be careful of, everybody's going to jump off the ship now. and that's fine. I really don't care. They can all jump off for all I care. And maybe rightfully so after today's performance. But I got to tell you, this is not the time to panic. This is the time to dig in and do the things that we know we can do. I mean, you don't play the first quarter we played and then and develop a lead. It's the same team. Our 4-2 lead is against the same team that we got our tail kicked by in the second, third, and fourth quarter. No different. They didn't do anything different. Their schemes weren't different. They just did it harder, more competitively, tougher, and they executed much better. So, as I told the team downstairs, we're not going to all of a sudden abandon everything that we do. I would have never thought this defense would give up 17 goals. I wouldn't have. Maybe we're getting a little fool's gold in practice. Maybe we're not as competitive with each other as we need to be there. But the worst thing we can do is panic and say, oh my God, everything, we got to change everything. There are some things we don't have to change, and there are some things we do. I do know this. I do know in terms of who plays, we're going to provide, we're going to open it up a little bit and make this a week where everybody has an opportunity to show what they can do.
Okay, with that in mind, then, I know it's early, but do you consider making a goalie change for next week?
I'm not opposed to anything, Ed. But again, I'm going to say this. I don't blame our goalie. I don't think he played great, but who did? You find me a guy that you thought played great, and you and I can have an argument. I don't think we had one. So, kid's in his first start. I don't think we did our job in front of him. And clearly I didn't do my job getting that group ready.
Are you more concerned with the high turnover number or the ground ball?
And I'm more concerned. I'm concerned about everything. High turnover it simply comes from you're pressing, you're pushing, you're not having success, you're not seeing the ball. I mean, it was make it take it, and again, that is a challenging. They'll be in every game simply because of that. Because if they give up a goal, they can stop a run. And I know the clock evens things out, but when you're not getting stops, and then it's a face-off win for them, face-off win for them. We couldn't stem the tide. So, I need to make sure I give them credit. They played. I thought they were physical. I thought they pushed us around. And I don't think we answered it.
Yeah, I know the game just ended, but looking ahead to next week, you play Pat Spencer and Loyola.
I can't look at it next week yet. What I got to look at is right now and Monday. There is no looking Loyola. No, all due respect, Loyola is not my concern right now. Johns Hopkins is my concern. We need to straighten things out in our own house. That's more important than preparation for anybody. We got to be more competitive. We got to be tougher. We got to be nastier. We got to be smarter. I mean, every time we came down, we were pressing and we just tried to thread the needle. And they're good. They're a very good defensive team. They have been. Sean does a good job with that group. So I thought their goalie settled in after the first quarter. I thought he did a very good job. And every time we tried to make a push, we'd either throw it away, we'd get a penalty, we'd give up a goal and a face-off, or he'd stop us. And those breaks are earned. They're not lucky. They weren't lucky today. They earned their breaks. So we can sit here and I can come up here and make every excuse in a book for why it happened. We didn't do our jobs. Plain and simple. We're not at Johns Hopkins to do this.
Was there anything in the preseason you saw that you had concerns coming into this game that kind of surfaced?
Sure. Look, we're young. We're extraordinarily young through the midfield. I mean, I'm looking out there at one point in time. We got three freshman midfielders out there. We got Tate Catoni, we got Joey Epstein, we got Evan Zinn out there. But that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse for not competing hard, not being tough, and not fighting back. And again, it's my job as the head coach to get that out of our players. That's my job, is to inspire them to do that. And clearly, we didn't do that well. So we'll go back. Like I said, we're not going to scrap everything. It's the first game of the year. Certainly a wake-up call, that's for sure. We'll watch the film. We'll break it down. They can't walk away, and we certainly can't not have their attention now, and I feel like we've been wrestling to get their attention a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Coach.
James.